good. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to the Chillin with Dylan podcast. I haven't done one of these in like months. I don't even know when the last one was. But no, on this podcast, it's basically just going to be a place where we can set goals, we can talk about different things, challenge our knowledge. I want to eventually one day have guests on. Most of them will probably just be my YouTuber friends. But today, it's just going to be a solo episode. I haven't done one of these in so long, and I've been needing to. So here we are. I don't know how many of you guys like podcasts, but eventually in the future when I do get more people on, I really do want to drop it on Spotify. I just think that'd be kind of cool. So if you guys think it'd be cool if I dropped it on Spotify, leave in the comments down below for that one. But the last episode I did was with a fellow YouTuber named Smitty058, and we just kind of talked for an hour about different YouTube things. And I've been watching his podcast lately, and he sets a lot of different goals for himself. So I think in this one, we're going to try to set some goals as well. So what should we talk about? This is interesting. It's kind of different being on a podcast style format content piece without another guest. Like, it's just all so new. I don't know how long I'm going to keep all these things. It depends on like what I'm doing, how I'm going, but maybe an hour if we could. An hour is a long time though. An hour is a long time to film something. I've seen a few of you guys actually ask me questions about different questions about college and like if college is harder than high school and all that. So I guess I can talk about college a little bit. Currently right now I'm a junior in college. I don't really know what my major is going to be quite yet because unfortunately there's not really a degree for YouTube. That'd make it so much easier, but there's not. But actually in one of my classes for communication, I am actually doing a presentation about streaming. And I'm going to be teaching people about streaming and like teaching them how digital marketing and everything else is becoming more relevant in our world. I'm going to give different examples like Ninja, Shroud, all those guys, and just like teach people that when you play video games, it's like not bad, right? Because a lot of people really do think video games are bad. How many of your guys' parents have told you that video games are bad? They're not bad. Everyone still thinks they're bad. And a lot of people in that class actually also hate video games because they hate what it's done to like society. I say what it's done to people's social perspectives and like their social awkwardness. And I really don't think that's a cause. I really don't think video games are that bad. And a lot of them still like consider even Fortnite. Some people consider Fortnite and Call of Duty and all that reasons why kids are more aggressive and more violent. In my opinion, that's really stupid. I don't think that's how it goes. I don't think a Call of Duty video game would make someone that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point, right? The point. I guess that's what podcasts are for, is just kind of rambling. But the point, right? I'm giving a presentation about it. So I'm actually really stoked about that because it's cool to be able to use this for my schoolwork, because eventually one day I'd like to be doing YouTube full time, right? And so when I'm able to integrate YouTube and school together, it makes it very worthwhile. It makes me save a little more time on everything, right? You know what I'm saying? But as for an actual major, I don't know yet. I think graphic design would be kind of cool. I think working in the film industry would be kind of cool. Video production's way sick. Movies are really cool. So I feel like anything I do as a major, I would rather be something along the lines of YouTube, so I can like forever be doing my job while doing YouTube, and they're pretty much in sync, right? So it's almost like a 2-for-1. I don't quite know what that would be. Probably digital marketing, but for the most part, I don't know. I mean, I could be a professional Minecrafter, right? I mean, I think that's a thing, isn't it? But yeah, no, online school definitely sucks. You guys probably know that as well. Like, I only have one class in person, one class face-to-face at the campus, and all my other ones, there's one on Zoom and then 2 online classes. Not Zoom, not in person, just straight up online classes where you have to do all the homework and do all the reading online, and it's really annoying. The Zoom class isn't that bad. I didn't go to college last semester, so being back at it with a whole different format is definitely interesting. I've had one online class before in the past, but like the whole being online, doing everything online, homework, all that, and then of course the Zoom, it's just really not my thing, which is interesting too, because what I do all day, if I could, what would I do all day, right? Play video games, stream it to the world, right? Edit videos. Like, you'd think I wouldn't mind sitting down in a chair and being on a Zoom call. But I kind of hate staring at a screen all day long because that's all I do, right? Make TikToks, edit videos, and then stream, and then record videos, and then, edit those videos again. And so, like, I'm always staring at it, right? So whenever I'm doing homework online, I have to look at a screen for even longer. And the only time I'm ever not away from that is when I'm at work, because I work still a lot, so barely any time outside. Maybe that's why I'm so white, huh? Maybe I just need to get some sun. That's probably the best thing. But yeah, no. I spend a lot of time looking at a screen. I don't know. I just don't really vibe with everything online. You know what I'm saying? And oh my gosh, boys, if any of you guys have heard about stocks or any of you guys are invested in stocks, probably not. But if you guys are, holy at the beginning of the year, Zoom's stock price was like $100, and then COVID-19 hit, and now it's at $600. Imagine if you just dumped money into Zoom and then it skyrocketed. Ooh, that'd be legendary. It's just one of those things you just like don't really know, but you like know. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know pretty much. And another thing I've noticed too from going to school, working, and doing YouTube, it's like almost like all my creativity when I first went into this, it was all so creative, right? But then now, doing all these things leaves me barely any time for creativity to flow. So that's why whenever I make videos, they're not as unique anymore as they used to be. Like, for a while there, they were just repetitive weekly vlogs. I know that. But then occasionally I'll like the G Fuel video and the video with my friends. But then other than that, most of them just aren't as like well planned out. And that's why in order to make up for it, I low-key want to make a movie this year. I think, I know that sounds weird, but like I mentioned earlier, I really do enjoy the movie scene, right? And I think making a movie around Halloween time for like a horror movie would be very interesting. And that's definitely something on my bucket list there. It would not be as, high class. I still need to think of a story for it and all that. But like, what do you guys think? Would that be cool? Like a whole homemade horror movie? But yeah, no, school, work, it just drives to further burnout, right? And not really burnout from like YouTube exactly, but just burnout from everything. Like, I don't know. All of last year, it was pretty much just going through it. I was never really aware, just going through the schedule the whole time, right? Just doing everything over and over and over and over and over again, which is like cool or whatever. And like at the age I'm at and everything that I have going on, it's just what has to happen. And like, it's not necessarily what has to happen, but it's what I want to happen. Go to college, right? You have to work to pay for college. You have to work still. It's just a society norm. And so it definitely leads to more further burnout for like all of it, because you get sick of school, you get sick of work, which in turn burns you out, and you don't want to stream because you're too tired. And like, it's just interesting because out of all of them, the main thing I care about is like YouTube, streaming, making videos, all that. That is by far a higher ranked priority on my list compared to work. I guess school ranks up there as well, but like YouTube for me is definitely way better. Also, peep the lightning. I don't know how many guys have seen it, but it goes hard. It definitely does. Yeah, no, got some coffee here. It was going to be G Fuel. That was going to be the whole theme of this podcast, but today, coffee kind of day. But no, I don't know how often these things are going to be like happening. Probably once every 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. I know the next guest I have on is my cousin Braden S.W.S. If you guys know him, if you guys ask where he is, and yeah, he'll be on here. It'll be a good time. But in the meantime, I don't really know. Like I know, but I don't really know a schedule for it. Like maybe once every 2 weeks. This podcast will just be for fun, talk, learn a few things. Maybe put it on Spotify. I really don't know. I just don't know who I could have on here besides YouTubers. I could probably have Lizzie on the podcast. Lizzie on a podcast would probably be pretty sick. But I don't know. Another point I wanted to say was that a lot of people ask me about YouTube and like how I treat it as a job when it's a hobby. So like clearly YouTube is not my full-time job yet, right? I still work at McDonald's and I still go to school and I'm not doing YouTube full-time. But when I first started this thing, like last year around this time, I just sat down one day and started streaming. And I was like, holy, this is definitely interesting. This is definitely fun. I enjoyed playing while broadcasting it. So I was like, you know what? No. The turn of the new year came around, right? And I was like, you know what? You're going to grind this. It'll be cool. And like, I had really no intention of it. I just said, you know what? Why don't you try this thing out? It's a cool new hobby. So just try it out. So I did. And I had no intention of continuing it. When I first started, I definitely did not want to be a YouTuber. But like now more as it goes on, and during quarantine when like I started really caring about it, I like started treating it more as a job compared to a hobby. And a hobby would be like you and your friends playing Fortnite, right? Or you reading a book, you painting, you riding a bike, going hiking, camping, fishing, all those could all be treated as hobbies. But now I'm making my priority to film a video every Wednesday and Saturday and get those up, and to also stream mostly every day except for the days I don't stream. And it's a priority to stream at least 2 hours. I know I've been struggling on that lately, but it's like a priority to me. It's like me getting out of bed to go to work. Like, if I'm not really like feeling up to it, I still come down and I stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just treat a potential future job as a job right now, because I feel like that helps with motivation, and it helps with dedication to the craft, and helps you improve in your content and your techniques and all that. And I feel like this is good advice to anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. Like, I don't know, definitely treat it as a job, even if it's not a job, even if you're not making a penny off of it. Like, still treat it as a job, because one day it could. And the harder you grind, the more you dedicate yourself to it, the more easier it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But also, treating YouTube as a job definitely has its downsides. Like, it comes with a lot more independence on the fact of how you're doing. It leads to a lot of mental health issues. I personally haven't dealt with that many, but there's been a few. And it also just leads to you ranking yourself too closely on how you view your personal well-being compared to your YouTube channel. Like, for example, how many views, how many likes, how many subscribers you have. And that's a very dangerous side of it. Very dangerous side. So if you guys are going to start one, do not compare yourself to your YouTube stats, because you'll just be going down a hill at that point. It's just complete downhill slope. So don't do that. It's almost like stocks. Like the stocks I have right now, just complete downhill. So don't do that. It's just not it. It's just not it. Don't do that. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. I kind of already went over every single thing I had planned out here for this. And it's only 13 minutes long. I said it was going to be an hour. Bro, what else can we talk about? What else I almost called you guys chat. That's how much I'm not used to this whole podcasting. I don't know. More along the lines of chilling with Dylan, right? It'll probably be just me, vibing here, using the camera, but also using this microphone, drinking some G Fuel with a guest or two, right? But in the meantime, we're just gonna vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vibe. It's a whole vibe. If you guys want, in future episodes, I could talk about different things like space, oceans, like, I don't know, anything. Like, I'm open to talk about anything. Neuroscience, you feel me? I just really enjoy learning, like, a lot. I love to learn about different things and cool and unique things. We can talk about different video games. But I don't know. I know this podcast, this first one is like really super duper short, but I think we could set a few goals for the end episode so I can look back in a few years and see how well we did. I know I'm getting the idea from my fellow YouTuber Smitty058, but like still, I think it's a good thing to do and a good learning process and a good thing to just include in your videos, in your podcast. I don't know. I feel like goals are always a good thing, right? I feel like if you set a goal, it makes you work towards it. And it's always a good thing to have an end goal in sight, because you know what you're working towards, and as progress comes, you can pat yourself on the back for it. But you guys might think I'm crazy here, but in 5 years, I want to see if I can hit 1 million subs. 5 years, 1 million subs. I feel like it's not too bad, right? I just barely turned 20, and 1 million subs. What do we think? Is that good? Like, I feel like that's a pretty decent goal. Some people might say, wow, 5 years, holy, that's a long time, but I don't know. I feel like 5 years is good. It's a good goal. And about me being 20 now, someone was asking me about that, if I'm going to do a video for being like 20, but like, not really. Lizzie is almost 21, and she was like telling me that when you turn 20, everything changes for you. Like, just everything opens up, and it's a whole new world. You see everything as a new point of view. And nah, being 20 isn't that different, in my opinion. Being 20 is basically just the same as being 19, but you're no longer a teenager. So when you turn 20, you're not quite old enough to do everything an adult can do when you turn 21, but you're no longer a teenager. So it's basically just like a year. It is the start of my third decade alive, though, which is definitely very interesting. Like, because like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and so now 20 to 30, this is like the third decade, the beginning of the third decade. So that's definitely really interesting. It's weird to not be a teenager anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even though I haven't been a teenager for like 2 years, but now that I'm 20, it's no longer a teen, like 19. So that part's definitely weird. And I feel like me being like 20, I feel like I've done quite a bit for being 20. Like, nothing like extra, like super extraordinary, right? But like, still, I feel like the year for me being 19 to 20 is definitely probably the best year of my life. And I've noticed that too as I've grown older, is like every year is the best year of my life. Like when a new birthday rolls around, it's like that last year was the best year of my life. So I think that's good, right? Personal progress, personal growth. So no, I think from 19 to 20, that's probably been the best year of my life. I don't feel like I'm like saying that just cause, but like, no, I really do believe that. Because not only, I don't know, you guys might think I'm a little weird here for this one, but not only did I start a YouTube channel, right? It's not just about that, but like, I'm just proud of myself for going through with what I want to do, not being scared of doing it, and not listening to what other people say, and just solely following my dreams and doing what I want to do, and not listening to other people's thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, not conforming to the social norms of only going to college and getting a normal degree in, I don't know, business or like dentistry or being a doctor, you know? Like actively trying to pursue something outside of the range of social norms and not letting anyone tell you can't do it. I think that is a pretty good thing to do, and I think that definitely inspires more personal growth. And the more you do what you want to do, as long as it's along the lines and don't listen to what other people tell you to do, I feel like that makes you a better person, because you're not being a sheep. You're being a leader, you know? Like, you're not following the pack. You're not following rules to like go to school. Like, come on now, school's good. I'm still going to school. But you're not like only doing one thing that society tells you to do, right? Like actively trying to pursue a social media career is still not recognized in the public eye. Like both my grandparents, right? Like kudos to them, but they still don't really understand what streaming is or what YouTube is. Same with like all my other family, but that's okay, right? We know what it is, right? Our generation knows what it is, but some people just never will understand it, and they'll definitely tell you that it's whack and like laugh at you low key for like what are you doing, you know? But like that's okay. They don't have to understand it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Clearly they didn't grow up with that, right? So when you actively try to pursue it and you actively do it, I think that is a lot better and a lot more beneficial to you doing what you want to do compared to the social norms. I don't really know what I said there. It might have just been a rant. No, I'm proud of myself for pursuing what I want to do and doing it, despite everything else, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not saying being 20 will be the best year of my life. I'm saying it's been the best year so far. I really hope it's not the best year of my life. Right? I really hope 1920 is not the best year of my life. I still have a lot longer to go, hopefully. Right? I survived COVID, so hopefully I got a lot longer, like way longer to go. Jeez, freaking COVID. But no, goals for humanity. Let's talk about that. I hope that by the end of this year, COVID is completely gone, and hopefully everything relatively goes back to normal. I would hate to go through 2.5 more years of college only online, because, and I can't even imagine what it's like only being inside right now, being stuck inside all day because you're on mandatory like quarantine for your entire country. So if you guys are on mandatory quarantine right now, props to you, because I don't know how you do it. And I'm praying for you, because, geez, I don't know. Anyone in the world who's like just in a complete isolation because that's what they have to do. Online class is definitely interesting. So hopefully by the end of this year, COVID is gone completely. I really do hope so. And I really do hope as a whole, like society can just start agreeing with each other more, and not let little differences like just affect us. That's one thing I do hope, right? By the end of 2021, hopefully not everything is as crazy, because 2020 was the craziest year. Like the craziest year. Has to be one of the craziest years in all of human existence, right? I don't know. I'm not going to go too much in depth about it, but like it was insane. Like the amount of things that went down, like everything from every scale of from like COVID to everything else. Like some of it was like, are you kidding me? Like, dude, come on. And then other was like, holy. So like, I hope by the end of 2021, we can all just get along. That would be the best. That'd be the best thing, is hopefully we can all just get along and COVID's gone, and then we can all live happily, right? I don't know. I definitely like to see schools open back up again and businesses start opening up, because I do feel really bad for any business owner who has like been like closed because of COVID and like they're struggling to pay their bills. And it's just a sad thing. It really is. And it's a sad thing to see everyone, like some people struggling, and then other people like, I don't know, making fun of it. Like, I don't know. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. I really do hope by the end of the year, everything goes back to normal. People are able to work. People are able to not be struggling anymore. And we can all just get along, right? I feel like that's good. I feel like that's a good goal. COVID being gone, people get along, and everyone's happy. That's all I want. Just happiness along in the world. Happiness everywhere. I don't know how long that'll take to happen. Probably quite a while, I would think. Probably a while. I don't know. I feel like this is a good second episode back. Leave in the comments down below if you guys liked this, just hearing me talk about different things. Hit up that like button. Let's see if we can hit 40 likes because Chillin with Dylan is back. The next time I have a podcast, I'll have a guest on, and it'll be longer than this, and it'll be more interesting probably. Yeah, no, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, you know the drill. And yeah, tell me down below if you guys like Chillin with Dylan. That's about all I got though. I feel like it was a good episode. Set some goals, talked about life, right? I don't know. It was good. Anyways though, as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Should we do something interesting? Should we do something new for Chillin with Dylan? Dylan out. No, I'm just kidding. That was pretty cringe. I don't know. What should we do? Deuces, peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. That's all you gotta remember. Anyways, though, hey, we'll see you guys later. Deuces.